Hello, my name is James Michael Tyler, and we are here today with Eric Idle, famed actor, comedian, and the author of The Greedy Bastard Diary, which is a chronicle of his tour, his comic tour of the United States. Now, your actual show was broken up into two acts, of course. The first act was comprised basically...
Many people preferred the intermission.
No,
sorry.
No. It was really the first time that you mentioned it's the first time that you did a form of stand-up comedy. How was that, I mean, on the road for you?
Well, it was a learning experience, and it was something I've often done speeches where I talk to people and make them laugh, directly. But most of my career has been acting behind a character mask and being funny as somebody else. Saying them all now. I mean, you get into a character and you overact. I think you're familiar with this. I have a lot of friends who do stand-up. Billy Connolly, Eddie Izzard, Robin Williams. That's what they do, and I'm always intrigued by that because I think it's the scariest form of comedy there is. And so I thought, well, this time I've really got to do it. I've got to go out there and say, here I am, and just talk to them and see if I can make them laugh directly.
Did you fully intend, of course, when you were doing the travelogue and it was online, did you have intentions to create a book at that time, or did this come after the fact?
This came after the fact. I mean, I sort of intended to just create a diary that I wanted to report where I was and how I felt online. And then afterwards, some people kept saying, oh, you should publish that, and you go, well, no, I'd have to. But then I had a second chance last summer to sit with it, and there was this vast wealth of material, and cut it right down, and just prune it, and add in what I thought was essential, which are these, on the side of it. It's 3 books in one, really. It's a travel diary, an autobiographical memoir, and also a gag book, because I include my shtick, which I was doing on the show every night. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like, I like that, because it seemed to me nobody had ever done that sort of book before.
There's a story that you mentioned about the G-spot.
I found the G-spot.
Yes.
I found it in Las Vegas. I found the woman who discovered the G-spot, Dr. Whipple by name, a lovely little old lady woman who said, I'm going to show you how to find it, because all men should be able to find it. I said, okay. She said, put your hand like that. So I put my hand like that. She said, take your fingers. Took my fingers. She said, press very hard there. And I did. She said, that is the G-spot. And I was surprised, because I thought it was in the vagina. We'll be right back. We'll get back to it. Well, we'll take a moment whilst he's thinking of his question. That is so funny. What a great book. I wish I'd written it.
The title of your book, The Greedy Bastard Diary, now, of course, The Greedy Bastard Tour was responsible for the title. However, it's very ironic because in reading this, you're possibly one of the nicest men that I could have possibly imagined meeting.
Oh, you fell for my little ruse, huh?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Well, that's nice of you to say that. I mean, the Greedy Bastard Tour was in fact intended to be slightly ironic and in inverted commas, because it's a rock and roll term whereby rock and roll people go on the road and they take 15 trucks and 32 lighting crews, and they find out after they've been on tour for 6 months they haven't made anything. So the second time they go, they do a Greedy Bastard Tour, which is just them and a guitar. So it is a rock and roll term, so I nicked it from my tour, and I thought, well, everybody will get this is ironic. But no, they called me the Greedy Bastard throughout the tour, and I like that. I thought it was kind of good.
Well, you were surrounded with other performers as well, too.
My big mistake. Hello. Didn't even listen to my own advice. So I made dollar non, But I had a great time, and that to me is actually more worthwhile.
Well, Eric, your diary, the Greedy Bastard Diary, which honestly it reads much more like a novel to me, and it's full of amazing and just incredible stories of your life and loves and thoughts. And for you at home, if you're a fan of Monty Python or Eric Idle, his work, basically of humanity, please pick this up.